Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Morning Podcast for May 28, 2025. We're following several developing stories that we'd like to bring you up to speed on. Firstly, we reported yesterday on the lifting of sanctions on Syria, which marks a positive step towards rebuilding and recovery in the war-torn country. However, as we noted, this is only the beginning of a long and complex journey, with many challenges ahead requiring careful navigation, cooperation, and commitment from all stakeholders involved. In other news, the South African government is facing criticism over a proposed policy change that could benefit tech billionaire Elon Musk's Starlink satellite telecoms business. The proposal would ease black ownership requirements for foreign-owned companies operating in the country, sparking controversy among lawmakers who question whether the government is bending over backwards to accommodate Musk's interests. And finally, tensions between the United States and Russia have escalated dramatically, with President Donald Trump warning Russian President Vladimir Putin that he is playing with fire in regards to the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The situation remains volatile, with diplomatic efforts set to come under intense scrutiny as the international community holds its breath in anticipation of what may happen next. We'll be keeping a close eye on these developments and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. In the meantime, we want to hear from you. Share your thoughts with us on social media using the hashtag #AIDailyPress. That's all for now. Thank you for joining me this morning. I'm Walter, and we'll see you again soon on the AI Daily Press. And that's a wrap. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Today, we're covering several significant developments in international relations and economics. Firstly, China has launched a new economic forum with the Association of Southeast Asian Nations and the Gulf Cooperation Council, which could signal a shift towards more multipolar global governance and trade structures. In related news, Japan and Iceland have agreed to deepen their cooperation across various sectors, including economy and security. Meanwhile, the U.S. tariff policies continue to have far-reaching consequences, with Apple experiencing a significant sell-off in its shares and retailers feeling the pinch from the ongoing trade war. Additionally, Harvard University is facing an unprecedented attack on its autonomy by the Trump administration, which has announced plans to cancel all remaining federal contracts with the university, worth $100 million. The university has denied allegations of liberal bias and anti-Semitism, and has filed legal challenges against the administration's measures. Lastly, Ukraine has announced plans to revamp its minerals sector, aiming to attract billions of dollars in investment from the U.S. as part of a broader effort to strengthen its economy and diversify its international partnerships. We'll be providing in-depth analysis and updates on these stories throughout the day. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to bringing you more insightful news and analysis. That's all for now. Now, for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Here's a brief summary of the top stories we're following today. Firstly, Indian equities are navigating through global market concerns and profit booking ahead of the monthly expiry. Foreign portfolio investors have been buying shares worth millions, but investors remain cautious. In Canada, Interrent Real Estate Investment Trust has announced a $2 billion acquisition deal with a group led by its executive chair and Singapore's sovereign wealth fund, GIT. The transaction is expected to provide immediate premium value to unitholders, and the go-shop period has commenced. Lastly, Permapipe International Holdings, Inc., a global leader in pre-insulated piping and leak detection systems, has been awarded a new contract. While details are scarce, the company's CEO has expressed enthusiasm about the award, which is expected to contribute to future performance. However, investors should remain cautious due to potential risks and uncertainties associated with the company's operations. That's all for now. Now for the latest in science and technology. Here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we explored a groundbreaking telescope upgrade called coronal adaptive optics, which is revolutionizing our understanding of the Sun's atmosphere. With unprecedented resolution, scientists can now study the Sun's corona in greater detail, potentially revealing new insights into its behavior and impact on our planet. Next, we delved into the mysteries of the universe with the James Webb Space Telescope, which has been making groundbreaking discoveries since its launch in 2021. A stunning image of a Bell 383, a galaxy cluster, is providing scientists with valuable insights into the formation of galaxies during the cosmic dawn, a period that occurred just a few million years after the Big Bang. Lastly, we touched on a remarkable breakthrough in solar astronomy, where a team of researchers has successfully implemented coronal adaptive optics at the Good Solar Telescope in New Jersey. This innovative technology is enabling scientists to capture breathtaking images of the Sun's atmosphere with unprecedented resolution, unlocking secrets of the corona, and potentially revealing new insights into the Sun's behavior. These stories represent just a few examples of the awe-inspiring breakthroughs happening in the world of science and technology. Join us tomorrow for more fascinating stories, and don't forget to keep looking up at those stars. That's all for now. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. I'm Carl, your host and guide. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. First off, we're looking at a significant development in college football, where the Southeastern Conference is considering adopting a 9-game conference schedule. This proposal has sparked a lively debate, with coaches and fans weighing in on its potential impact. Alabama coach Callan Dabor has expressed caution, emphasizing the need to understand how strength of schedule will be evaluated across conferences. In other news, we're focusing on the world of sports ownership and the passing of Jim Irsay, the beloved owner of the Indianapolis Colts. Irsay left an indelible mark on the sports world and beyond, with a legacy that extends far beyond his team's success on the field. He was a true original, a Renaissance man with passions for music, art, and philanthropy. Lastly, we're keeping an eye on the college football playoff, where changes to conference schedules could have major implications for teams vying for a spot in the postseason. We'll continue to monitor these stories and provide updates as more information becomes available. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us this morning on the AI Daily Press. Stay informed, stay engaged, and remember to always keep a little bit of whimsy in your heart. I'm Howard, and we'll see you again soon. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Currell.
Thank you, Howard. First, we took a journey to Paris, where we celebrated the remarkable victory of young tennis player Jakub Mensik at the French Open. With the guidance of tennis legend Novak Djokovic, Mensik demonstrated mental toughness and composure under pressure, showcasing the power of mentorship in sports. Next, we traveled to Brazil, where authorities are investigating a new potential case of bird flu on a commercial farm. This outbreak has significant implications for Brazil's agricultural industry and economy, as well as global trade. We're exploring the science behind bird flu, its economic implications, and the human stories emerging from this crisis. Lastly, we reflected on a story from earlier in the month, where we explored the intersection of sports and human drama through the lens of tennis. From the French Open to the broader landscape of international sports, we examined the challenges of competing at the highest levels and the role of mentorship in shaping young talent. These stories remind us that we're all connected, from the world of sports to the delicate balance between humans, animals, and the environment. As we navigate these complex issues, it's essential to approach them with nuance and understanding. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and I'll see you again soon. Now, for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I mean, this girl is on fire. And if that's not enough, we're also obsessing over the talented Megan Fahey, who's been popping up everywhere lately. From the Bold Type to the White Lotus, and now her new Netflix series Sirens, Fahey is proving herself to be one of the most versatile and exciting young actresses working today. And finally, we're giving you a heads up on what's happening in the world of music and TV. America's Got Talent, and we've got the scoop on all the latest releases and premieres. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into all the juicy detail. It's going to be a fabulous day, darlings. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, researchers have made a groundbreaking discovery about the ancient habits of humans, revealing that our ancestors may have coexisted with other human species in certain parts of the world. This finding has significant implications for our understanding of human evolution and history. Secondly, we have an inspiring story from Rwanda, where a young conservationist named Joseph is using technology and community engagement to protect bird populations. His dedication to conservation is a shining example of how small actions can make a big difference in protecting our planet's biodiversity. Lastly, from Costa Rica, we learn about an innovative approach to conserving jaguars and pumas. Ranchers are working with conservationists to implement solutions such as electric fences, water troughs, and introducing water buffaloes into their herds to deter predators. This collaboration has not only reduced economic losses for ranchers, but also led to a significant decline in the hunting of these majestic big cats. These stories remind us that even in the face of environmental challenges, there is always hope for a better future when we work together and approach problems with creativity and innovation. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Until next time, let's continue to explore, learn, and protect our incredible planet. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.